Hey ho, ahoy, Facebookers, YouTubers, and people who are buried in the Munson Cemetery in Bailey's Prairie, Texas. We're going to talk about that. In our last video, we talked about Captain Bailey. Y'all remember Captain Bailey? Captain Bailey was a Texas everything. He was a pioneer settler here in Texas, died in 1833. He was buried facing west, standing up with his guns in his hands. And he was known for his integrity, his courage, and bizarre behavior. Now, first time Jenny and I went through Bailey's Prairie, Texas, probably was about 1961 or 2. So it's been a while. So we're going down there looking for Captain Bailey's grave, and we don't see a historical marker. Now, the road used to be, if he was going to the west, his marker in his grave was over there on the south side of the road. Well, we looked and looked and looked, and there had no marker there. You know, Texas has these big brown signs that say historical marker 1 mile ahead or whatever it is. So we went on into Angleton, turned around, came back, and said historical marker 1 mile. We went down on the right. That'd be on the north side of the road. So we went on there and stopped. Sure enough, we found the markers. There's 3 of them for Captain Bailey. Two of them with him, and the other one, of course, his plantation that he had there. Well, turned out the road we went down in the old days was a 2-lane highway. It's now a divided 4-lane highway. They had to dig Captain Bailey up, and there was some stink over there, and bury him on the north side of the road. So they sunk a hole, children redid him, everything, put him back in a new box, and guns by his side, and put him back in, facing west with his guns by his side. So that's where we got a little confused. But anyway, after we shot that first video right there you saw, we went on ahead into the cemetery. Now, in the 1980s, I think it was, they built that big new fence around it. But in those days, all cemeteries were fenced off. Now, I'm not talking about Boot Hill and places like that, but like the original cemeteries back in the 1800s here in Texas, 1900s, and probably much later, 1900s. They were like a little fortress. So we went on in there and we saw that. And I took some videos. I'm going to show you that. Now, sound is lousy on this thing, and I'm going to work out how to make sound reductions, you know, different things. So Raggy will show me that. Well, while we're in there, I'm showing you the cemetery and the old part of the cemetery. Now, a lot of the gravestones have been replaced with new-looking gravestones, like Mr. Munson's gravestone is there, and the old one, and a new big granite one also. He died in 1903. So what you're going to see is a lot of newer gravestones. We didn't go all the way around because while I was filming it with my little camera, you know, doing this and doing that, phone rang. There's my buddy, Raggy Ragsdale, on his way to Memphis to play in a blues place. Play some blues music like 3220 Blues by Robert Johnson. Remember that one? Anyway, here is the deal with the cemetery. It's just a little quick thing. And until we talk again, Billy Bones, who is a parrot. By the way, he told me that he's got his brand new Halloween outfit picked out. Got to save a little money. Got not to spend as much money on bird seed and stuff like that. And he's going to have it here in the next day or so. So you'll get to see his Halloween costume. I think it's probably going to look pretty good. Billy Bones, the parrot, and Captain Jack saying thank you for watching and adios. Okay, This is the Munson Cemetery. This is the front entrance, and you can see this is pretty typical of that period of time where the cemeteries were actually like fortified. There was some bad people lived around here then. Let's go on up here, and Jenny's going to open the gate. There you go. Now we're looking in the cemetery. Magnificent oak trees grow down here. I'm about to be hit by the gate. I got hit by the gate, sorry about that. This is the remainder of the cemetery. Now let's go over here. You see there's a gravestone or two laying down there. And here's the old part of the cemetery. We're walking up on that now. And see how it was concreted in those days. Here again, down on the Texas coastal plains, they have these magnificent oak trees. They're not as big as the oaks I have at home, but they bush out more. So here we go. And this is and here's the original, the cemetery itself for the Munson family, and this was the Munson plantation. And of course the Munsons themselves, Munson over here, and then the different, as they married in, you know, to other names. But this is their family cemetery. You look at the old stone over there, real old stone. There's another old stone right there. And I see we're going to the back of the cemetery. Now once we step through here, we're out of the original old cemetery. Old stones there. Nothing like y'all got in England and all, but this was a different country in those days. This was the Republic of Texas, not the state of Texas. Texas is the only state whose flag can fly equal to the American flag, because we came in, they asked us to come in, and we came in as a republic.